sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday night primetime. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Okay.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Okay.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Drill, grit, cut.
Love out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They get 19 on that pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
And 10 at the 33-yard line.
Come on, set.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
And he makes the play a full extension. That's a touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Hurts comes out throwing. The throw left side, caught by Brown. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Hurts now from the gun. He fires one deep down the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, honestly. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Shotgun now for Love. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan can haul in a heck of a souvenir. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He only only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3.
Ready.
They're going to go. It's Love. Got his man. It's Golden. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. It's a gain of 4 there. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 33.
33-yard line.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right. It certainly wasn't.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this.
Ready.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. And from their own side of the field, they're going to risk it here on 4th.
Black shot. Hut.
They are going for this. It's Love. Buys time, rolling right. This connects with Higgins. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
Double 38.
46-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
3rd and 6.
Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Fight. 97.
1st and 10 at the
Looking inside the red zone. He brings it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 12.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. First down from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he cuts it back right. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Ready.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Offensive line fast. On first and 10, here's Love. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. It's a design look for Hurts. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Brings up second and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Looking for a pass on second and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the pistol, Hurts. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better and make it another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. The 30. Gets the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Packers get more points to end a lopsided first half. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Throwing now out of the shotgun. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Elliott connects there. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. On now is McManus to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Escapes out to the left. And the Packers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the lateral. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Yellow. Down. Black 40. Blaster. 6. Set.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here. Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Fourth and forever coming up. They'll indeed go for this. It's Hurts. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Okay, right?
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Turnover on down.
Set, hut. 45, wide.
Love out of the shotgun. He has it at the 5. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
It's a gain of 2, and that halves the distance. It brings up second and goal from the 2.
Ready, ready. Black, hut.
Jacobs again. And he gets nothing here. The defense stands strong. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Here, ready.
Shotgun now for Love. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. T. Higgins the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
Brendan McManus to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Hurts now from the gun. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On first down, Hurts. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And he's taken down at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
A gain of 19 yards.
Hurts on first down. Able to get it to Barkley. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Offense in the hurry up here. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
On the move, headed right. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Here he goes, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
He finds it beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
That's another Eagles first down.
From the red zone on first. A escapes the pocket. He's going to be forced to throw this one away. That takes us, Brock, to the end of our third quarter. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be a little too late for them in this lopsided game. So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. And again, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. They're going to try to run it in, Barkley. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. He goes to the hurry up here. Desperation time here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Looking to tack on 2 more. The Eagles and Hurts to the line. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone for 2. So that right there turns this into a 3-score game.
42. Eagles 18.
Down by 3 scores. Their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff, now Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good for a Packers first down.
You're ready?
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. On target to Musgrave. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
Drill 52. Set, ready. 60 red.
Love from the gun. Headed out right. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
It throws a bullet down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 3rd down here, need 8 on the play. To the air on 3rd and long. Trying to push deep downfield. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4 fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. That's his back. Here's Barkley. And this one does not go far. Gotta hurry this to the line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Eagles first down.
Design keeper here for Hurts. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. But it looked like an eagle flew in. It was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw caught at the 6. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. The Packers take their first time out. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He's got Smith again. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Setting up 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And oh, he got it. Interception. Andrew Cooper takes it away. Through the defense it goes.